pretty simple life. There's not a whole lot to it. You got a rod, you got a reel, you got some line and a couple lures, some flies, maybe a bait every now and again if you're real desperate, but you catch fish. And, it's simple, it's easy, and there's a point to it. And, sometimes I've been accused of being a spiritual fisherman that belongs to the Church of the River, and I think that's kind of correct, because there's some days where I'm out on the river more than when I'm doing anything else. But my life's journey really hasn't followed the straight arrow cookie cutter lifestyle of everybody else. It's kind of wound its way like a river does, meandering sometimes and at other times rushing and crushing its way through. And, I just, that's how I live my life. I live it by the river, by the fish. That's what I like to do. So that's why fishing has become a way of life for me. My life's journey, everybody's got a journey they take in life. Mine's full of fish. Everybody has something that they do, something that goes beyond the normal get up, go to work, pay the mortgage crap that we all have to deal with. And my journey is not like everybody else's. It's off the beaten path. My life mirrors my fishing habits because they're basically the same thing. When I'm fishing, I always look for the forgotten places, the overlooked rivers, and the small ponds that's tucked away in the narrow mountain valleys. And that's where I stage my fishing adventures. And it's during these adventures I usually learn a thing or two about life and spirituality and how to become a better person. And that's where my fishing journey is taking me to this point. And maybe it'll continue if I make it to that big trout river up above, if I'm really lucky. Do what makes you happiest. That's the whole point of life. But you always got to keep in mind that if you're going to try and fit your passionate hobbies, which for me is fishing, around a demanding work schedule, it's never as satisfying as if you manage to make them your career. At the end of the day, people, they laugh a little bit when I explain fishing, why it means so much to me. But we all have something like that. But for me, I don't attach the meaning to fishing. The meaning's already there, and the whole point of fishing is to rediscover that meaning that exists between a fisherman and the trout that he's catching. The size of the fish doesn't matter the slightest. Finding a way to connect with nature in such a direct way is what matters.